Hi, in this video I want to introduce you to Light Deck for iPad, which allows you to control lights via ArtNet or SACN. So in this video, it's just going to be a quick overview of what the app can do, and if you wanted to learn more about some of the other features, we'll have other videos going a little bit more in depth into other features. Okay, so when you get the app, the first feature you get is channel control. Here you can change channels pretty much like you would on an old school DMX board. So you can see here, I'm adjusting the color temperature of these two lights here. And you can go through all 512 channels here. And a quick area for you to just go to quick pages without working too hard. Switch between ArtNet and SACN on top here, as well as Universe. And then here is where you get into your settings. Next, we have Fixture Patch. Here you can patch your lights so that you know where it is, and anyone looking at this app knows which light is mapped to which channel. Let's go ahead and add two lights real quick, just to give you a quick overview. Right now I have the LCX10 PoE here in our ultimate mode. Let's go ahead and add it. And once it's added, you go back here, you can see that it has in the channel control, there is a little box around the 4 channels that this light takes up. So you can add a lot more fixtures depending on your setup. Next, we have presets. So in this tab, if you have presets saved from the channel control, you can quickly recall them by just tapping on it. And once it's tapped, you know which preset is recalled by the little glowing box around the presets. As well as, when you go to channel control, you'll see it right there where it says test right next to the presets section. And so the last tab we have here is plot view. So plot view is exactly what you think it is. It's for you to plot your lighting views. Here, let's do a quick demonstration of what I mean by this. You can just import an image. Here I have a mock studio setup and it loads it up. And once we have lights that you added from the fixture patch, you can just drag them over like that. So that gives you a chance to map out all your lights in the right position, and someone with a quick glance knows exactly where each light is and what value it has. All right, now let's jump back into settings to talk about some of the other features that you can adjust within the app. So on the very general, you can also switch between ArtNet and SACN, as well as the Universe, and set priority. And then if you don't like the display to show the 0 to 100% value, you can always change it back to traditional 0 to 255. So much here. Everything goes back to 0 to 255. So another little nice feature is that if you have Ikan lights mapped here, you can see them as either Kelvin or DMX values inside the channel controls. So let's go back and take a quick look. You can see right here, channel 2 shows 2700 Kelvin, and it's as I move up, you can see the Kelvin temperature move up, and you will see the light adjusting. Okay. And then the next tab is going to be network. Here is where you're going to have your IP setup. Right now, my lights are set up in this sub-network range of 192.168.1.27. Of course, this is through the auto detect turn on. If you don't want auto detect and you want to enter something manually, you can just turn it off and allows you to enter everything manually. And then network is where you also select your ArtNet between broadcast or unicast. So in your ArtNet broadcast, you can select both directed or limited depending on your use case. And then for unicast, you can, once enabled, only the lights IP addresses that are in here will be controlled with the app. We also have a Discover ArtNet device that basically just scans your network, just see all the ArtNet devices on there to let you really quickly add them into there. Okay, next we have the Systems tab. This is where you can export or back up your files. So this will allow you to export everything exactly how it is on this iPad and then import it to another iPad. Or you can just have it saved on your computer or your drive somewhere. Next is Reset Programming, which gives you just resets everything so that it's pretty much back to factory. And this is also the page where you would purchase the app. And the last tab in setting is Advanced. In Advanced is actually where you would turn on the plot view. I had it on earlier, but it's actually not on by default, but simply clicking it, you can see it appears. Then we have other features like Enable Presets Overlay. So this allows you advanced features for layering presets by zone and control type. And then one extra feature that we have specifically for our Lyra PoE lights is a Lyra PoE tab. So when enabled, you see a little arrow here. You can click on it and go to Lyra Manager. And this allows you to, once again, scan a network for every single Lyra PoE light that's on a network, so you don't ever have to climb up there again to change things like the DMX address, ArtNets, universe, stuff like that. Okay, so if you want to find out more information about the Ikan light deck for iPad, you can visit us at ikancorp.com and make sure to check out other videos to get more in-depth details.